Every time I ever try to pull up on DMST, nigga, I try to, try to bless niggas. I feel like niggas is blessing me, you know what I'm saying? So I try to do a little something. I ain't never showed up empty handed. My nigga Playboy, the DJ, said his top 5 diss songs got Darling Nikki in it. That shit was gangster. In the
And it look,
305,
it just seems
bitches treat
different, too,
me
with
like
the
I'm
wraparound.
Uncle Luke.
This dude here.
Luke. Bitches treat me like I'm Uncle Luke in the 614, the 216, the 323, the 702. The 702 bitches treat me like I'm Hugh Hefner.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
TV.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to our latest segment, our latest episode of the Dope Mind Sober Thoughts. We are here with a very, very special guest. One of our homies from the West Coast.
Turn up.
Yeah. Columbus originally, but now living out on the West Coast.
CO.
He's a podcaster. He's a film writer. He an endless energy guy and an all-around dope-ass nigga.
Yeah.
That's our homie MTV. What's going on, man?
What up, DMST, man? Pleasure to be in the building for the record-breaking time.
Yeah, let's address this real quick with you. I think you have taken the crown back as our most featured guest as being a part of our podcast, so we do want to thank you for it.
Man, I want to thank y'all, man, for providing me a little platform that I can jump on from time to time, man, because y'all already know what y'all do for me.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. So there's MTV and there's Miles.
Yes, sir.
Let us know who both of those people are.
Well, MTV's the asshole, you know what I'm saying? Miles is the good guy. But I mean, both for the most part, we both good guys, but like we like flip sides of the same coin. You know what I'm saying? Like Miles is Anakin Skywalker, MTV's Darth Vader. You know what I'm saying? And Darth Vader wasn't a villain. He wasn't really a bad guy. He was just misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kept pushing him to the edge, and he's like, all right, bruh, y'all keep on. This lightsaber gonna come out. Y'all don't know if y'all want that. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is. MTV's like a alter ego. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, the flip side of the coin for the most part. We both one in the same, but at the same time, we're nothing alike.
Okay. So as I said, you're an Ohio native.
Yes, sir.
Now residing in Hollywood, right?
Yes, sir.
You live actually in Hollywood. So how long have you been out there now?
It's been about 8 years now. Shout out to my homie Nick Flair. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might know him as Quayne Corleone. He the one that got me out there. Like I was living in Vegas at the time. Shouts out another one of my Blackjack affiliates, Son Yang. You know what I'm saying? Big Yang.
Another EC native.
Yes, sir. You know, we was out in I was living out in Vegas, and I just kind of got tired of Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the phone with Quick, and I was about to come back to Columbus. I went out there, kicked it with Quick for about a week. It was my first time ever in Cali. Quick came pick me up in his cocaine white Benz. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I fell in love, man. It was like, cause you know I grew up, you know, liking like black hood rats with tattoos and shit like that. And I got to California and these black hood rats with tattoos was a little taller, a little skinnier. It was like, hey, this shit is dope. And them bitches actually was like hollering at a nigga, gave me some little holler. So, nigga, and the nigga Quick took me to Hollywood, took me to Beverly Hills, took me to the beach, took me to Compton. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit cool. So about maybe 3 months after that, I moved to LA.
Okay. So when you originally moved west, what was the reason why you made the move from Ohio?
I got tired of Ohio for real. And that's no shot at Ohio. I love Ohio. It's always gonna be my state. Columbus always gonna be my city. But I just was ready to get up out, man. I just felt like I was the big fish in a little pond, and I would rather be, you know, in a bigger pond. I just didn't feel like I had any room to grow and be any bigger and be any better. And also had me a little chick at the time, you know, that lived in Vegas. Now I always loved Vegas every time I visited, even before I met her. Like Vegas was just always dope to me. It was just the shit. So I was like, nigga, I'm gonna move out there. And I moved out there and I realized Vegas is a visit type of town. It ain't a live type of town. You know what I'm saying? So I got out there for a little bit. And shit, me and my chick fell out like first week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm living with, and that's how I actually met Yang. You know, I'm on the phone with Quick. I'm like, nigga, this was a mistake. Like, I should have never came out here to be with no chick. What the fuck was I thinking? I'm simping. Nigga, I'm about to pack up. I'm on my way back home. And Quick was like, man, I think that nigga Yang live in Vegas. And he did some research, shot me the text message. I call up Yang, you know, he don't answer the phone. I leave him a voicemail. I'm like, bruh, you don't know me, man. I've heard about you, man. I'm just, you know, I'm cool with the nigga Joe Dog, cool with Quick Money, cool with Lex Lito. I'm out here in Vegas, man. I don't know what I'm doing, bruh. Just, you know, give me a holler. So Yang got the message, called Quick, like, who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Quick vouch for me. Y'all know how that is from around our way. Like, you vouch for a nigga, that really means something. It's almost like some mob shit. Like, you don't vouch for nobody that's not thorough. You know what I'm saying? So I got the seal of approval from Quick Money. Yang called me up and was like, what's up, Playboy? I just got off the phone with Quick Money. He said you good with him, so you good with me. Where you at? And I'm like, man, I'm in Henderson. He like, shit, I'm in Summerlin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you meet me on the strip? I'm like, man, I ain't got no car. He like, well, fuck it. It's gonna take me about 45 minutes to get to you, but I'm on the way. I'm like, my nigga, I'm gonna say you that trip. Like, I really ain't got bread like that. He like, nigga, don't worry about nothing. It's all on me, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? You know, Yang talk. So Yang drive all the way from motherfucking Summerlin, all the way to Henderson to take me all the way to the strip. You know what I'm saying? We get up to the strip. It was either OPM or Poetry at the time at Caesar's Palace. That's to tell you how old I am. You know what I'm saying? And the line is around the corner. I ain't never seen a line like this. Yang paid for us to skip the line, paid for us to get in. And at the time, I didn't drink. You know what I'm saying? Yang, I get up, we coming up the stairs. I'm like, wow, like, nigga, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Yang just show up with two glasses of Hennessy and just hand it to me like, there you go, Playboy, drink up. Now, I felt at this point I would have been an asshole to say I don't drink, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first time I started drinking. I've been drinking ever since, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's Yang fault the reason why I drink. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, what's up, my nigga? Must see TV.
Big Yang, baby.
Hey, man, piggybacking off of that,
No doubt.
we are all individuals in this room right now that have made decisions to move to different states, different cities, or whatever. How hard of a decision was that for you, leaving your home and venturing out on your own, going somewhere?
Like, for me, it was like a 50-50. It was hard and it was easy. Like, I feel like everything I do, man, I see the duality in everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to get up and leave everything you know. Especially like when you real close with your family, you real close, you know what I'm saying? Like my grandmama raised me, my pops raised me, like, and like we a unit, like, for real. So it was hard to get away from them, but at the same time, it was easy to get away from Columbus. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I can either stay here and just keep on doing the same shit I'm doing and like that being comfortable, like real comfortable, but like, am I really happy though? I don't really know. So let's at least, you know, venture out and try it and see. You know what I'm saying? It's just like one of them things where like, I still know niggas to this day that ain't never left the state of Ohio, bro.
Right.
And now I've been all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got stamps in my passport, and I would never exchange that for anything. I wish I started traveling earlier. You know what I mean? So it was hard, yeah, but at the same time, it's the best decision I ever made.
Cool. So with that being the case, you mentioned your grandmother and pops.
Yes, sir.
What are your biggest inspirations?
My pops is my biggest inspiration, man, because my father was a father at a time when being a father wasn't popular. Like, damn near none of my homies had their pops around. I remember when my pops passed, rest in peace, Coach Miles. When my pops passed, the homies, like, showed me so much love because he raised them, too. He didn't just raise me. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my partners, he told me, your pops raised the whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? My pops told me flat to my face that I saved his life. He said if it wasn't for me, he'd have still been in the streets doing all that street shit he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And, like, my father, man, he did a lot of bad shit, like a lot of shit that people would be like, what kind of father are you? But I'm glad he did it. You know what I'm saying? He showed me all the wrong shit the right way, if you understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, he showed me what a gun was and, like, taught me what it can do and what it, you know what I mean? He showed me what drugs was and what they can do. He showed me how to shoot dice and hold your money like you ain't about to get robbed, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, and at the same time, my father never missed a jump shot I ever took, never missed a pass I ever caught, never missed an award I ever got at school. Like, he literally was there every moment. I remember it was one time he was in the hospital. I can't remember what he was in the hospital for, but he was in the hospital and I had a game. This was Pee Wee. This was when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I had a game that Saturday. Somehow my pop sneak out the hospital and pull up at the game. Still got the hospital gown on and a coat. He got the hospital gown on. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I say that my pops is my biggest inspiration, and then, like, you know, y'all my Facebook friends, so y'all know, but you know, your audience might not know. But, like, this is why I go so hard for my pops, man. This is why, you know, like don't know Father's Day, don't know birthday, don't know, you know, day that he passed go by without me. I don't leave the country without my pops. I got my pops here with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was a man when men wasn't being men. Omar Epps wrote a book called From Fatherless to Fatherhood because he ain't have his pops and he's trying to be a father without knowing how to be a father. I know how to be a father. I don't have any children yet, but like I got the best teacher that ever could have been. He showed me both sides of the coin. Showed me the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest inspiration, 100%.
Okay. We'll transition a little bit. I mentioned in your dope ass intro that you're a podcaster.
Yes,
you are
sir.
a podcaster. You have 2 shows.
Yes, sir.
What's the name of those shows again?
The name of my show is Poolside Chats. And the whole premise of Poolside Chats is like you said, bro, I live in Hollywood now and I meet a lot of interesting people, man. Everybody in Hollywood has a story. And I just like to sit them down, just like y'all sit down in front of the microphones, just turn the microphones on, have some drinks, just have some conversation. I do the same thing. It's just that for me, I wanted to use Hollywood as a character on my podcast. So that's the reason why I call it Poolside Chats, because I like to be on the rooftop with the pool in the background, showing that lovely weather, because I kind of want to be like an inspiration to my Ohio folk. Like, yo, because like people turn on the podcast and they see like, oh, TV, you living, man, you doing good, you winning. And I'm not really winning, but I'm not losing. You know what I'm saying? But so Poolside Chats, the whole premise behind that is just sitting down with somebody dope and just having a conversation, like the same thing we doing right here, just having some drinks and some conversation and just talking about life. And then, last year for the 100th episode and shit, and I met some real dope people, man. And like, I already knew BJ, and you know what I'm saying, and he got his spinoff segment, and I also met D Murph, and Murph got his spinoff segment, and I noticed that they were very strategic about their branding in their spinoff segment. Like, I used to always do my little solo spinoff, but I didn't have any type of brand for it. And shouts out to my bro BJ, you know what I'm saying, of R2 Cents podcast, and also of Change the Subject podcast. I decided to brand my spinoff, and with my nickname being MTV and with it being like a different kind of subject matter from my normal, I wanted to name mine Change the Channel. I called up BJ, made sure it was cool. I ain't want to be stepping on no toes because his Change the Subject. Right. BJ gave me his blessing. So my spinoff has changed the channel. It's a play off my name and just a play off the fact that, like, you know, like you might be used to watching Poolside Chats, but let's change the channel. Let's talk about this Trump bullshit, or let's talk about some sports, or let's talk about some music, or let's talk about the fact that Zimmerman, 5 years after he done got free, is a fucking career criminal and nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, so like to change the channel, just gonna be whatever I'm feeling at the moment. And I'm just gonna talk about it just by myself. And y'all might not notice it yet. I've only filmed one, but I got a third one I'm coming with. It's called Black Boss. It's Black BOSS, Black Business Owner Success Stories. And I filmed an episode with the owners of Ngozi Barber Boutique and Beyond. It's in Ohio. It's on Cleveland Avenue in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? But and it's all gonna be about, you know, like supporting Black business and like talking about people that just got up off their ass and decided like, yo, I'm not gonna spend my time working to make somebody else rich. I'm gonna work to make myself rich. So that's my third little spinoff I got going on.
Okay. With you being a podcaster now, how did you get your start? Like, where did your motivation come to start podcasting, and what do you enjoy most about it?
The inspiration came from 3 things. One was Nori and Drink Champ. Nori and DJ EFN. I always say Nori. I'll be forgetting to leave DJ EFN in there. Mm-hmm. When they started doing Drink Champs, man, that shit was motherfucking amazing, man. And 2, Colin Coward on FS1. I just really love his approach to how he does interviewing and stuff like that. And third, but certainly not least, I just named y'all last just because I wanted to have that dramatic pause and shit. But with DMST, man, Drunk Minds, Sober Thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And I do have to, you know, shout out my brother Black Paco too, man, just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just dope to know some bruhs and like to come and sit down with y'all and like actually like sit here with y'all and just had this, because I think I did y'all show twice before I started doing my own show. And y'all was like y'all was like the niggas that was really doing it, and it's like, damn, maybe I can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And y'all had all this crazy ass equipment and shit. I'm like, man, like, I don't know what I don't know what none of this shit is. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I Yeah, matter of fact, I think it was the second time I fucked with y'all because I think it was after we did the we had just came back from Canada, and that's when I met Avery and met Danny and met Kenya and met BJ. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'd already met BJ before, but this is where we really got to sit down and talk. But like, I just said, like, man, I think I want to do it because I used to do the little Facebook Live thing, and my Facebook page generate some comments and shit. I always be having a little conversation and whatnot. And it was really because of y'all actually doing it and not just talking about it and just doing it. Cause like all the other people I name is like famous motherfuckers. It's like, yeah, it's like, but just to have like the homies and some niggas I already know that's really doing this shit, it's like, man, I think I'm gonna do that shit. And I'm pretty sure I called Pac on was like, man, I think I'm gonna start me a little podcast. Nigga was like, nigga, do it. Do it, bro. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you should definitely do that shit, man. You would be so good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga really just pumped me up. You know what I mean? And it's like, fuck it. And that's when I started thinking of names and shit. And I was either going to do rooftop chats or poolside chats. I decided on poolside chats.
That's what's up. Yep. And then, so what do you enjoy most about just the whole experience?
Honestly, man, the people I meet and the shit I learn. Like, I've been learning so much, especially about like mental health and like just like realizing like you're not alone in the shit you be feeling, some of the shit. Where I put my child at. But anyway, hold on, let me get back to that. But just like the things I done learned, man, I done learned so much about depression and anxiety. And shouts out Danny from the Danny and Cleo show, man. Like, I ain't never got a chance to tell Danny. I've always meant to, man, but I done learned so much from Danny, man. Just like, damn, I left it sitting on the over there. But I learned so much just listening to Danny's show, how he be talking about depression. Like one day, man, I can't remember exactly what it was he said, but he was talking about, thanks, bro. He was talking about how like, he was just sitting in his room. He ain't even know why. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like, I caught myself doing that shit. Like, I just be in the room. Like, I didn't feel depressed. I didn't feel like nothing, but I just be in the room. Like, the only time I came out of the room was go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, get something to eat. I'm just in the room for like 3-4 days straight. And I'm like, damn, nigga, like, is my depression flaring up again? Cause like, one thing that I've come to realize is that all Black people is dealing with something. And like I had a nurse, a psychiatric nurse on my show. I believe it was episode 24, Poolside Chats. Her name is Crystal Manning. And she said Black people are born with 400 years of PTSD in our DNA. And I was like, damn, that's some deep shit. Like we really, and then like, and something Mark Lamont Hill had said on the Breakfast Club, he was like, we all got PTSD. Like if a soldier go to war or something, man, and see one of his battle buddies murdered that he didn't know for like 3 or 4 months or 5 or 6 months or whatever, they got PTSD and they fucked up the rest of our life. But we grew up in the hood, man. You know, we were just talking about it before the show. We might have seen murders, you know what I'm saying, as little kids. Right. And we just go to school the next day. We don't address it. We don't talk about it like nothing. We just, and these niggas, we didn't know our whole lives. You know what I'm saying? So like all of us dealing with some type of PTSD, some type of anxiety, some type of depression. And like, so that's my favorite thing about being a podcaster is just learning about myself and about my mental health and even about my gifts and like how talented I am just in this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always felt like I wasn't artistic, but then like the more and more I sit down with people and I realize like, yo, this podcast shit is an art. Just having the gift of gab is an art, you know what I'm saying? Being behind the camera and, you know, like doing directing and making movies and shit, all that shit is an art. And I got so much artistic talent, and it's just tough to channel that shit in one way. I've noticed that about artistic people, man. If you know anybody that's artsy, they doing 10 different things, man. Like they a painter, but they also a tattoo artist. They a singer, but they also like a film writer. They like even if you look at Quick started off just being a rapper and like a songwriter, but Quick, like he a graphic designer. He a web designer. He basically wrote the script for 3 a.m. in Hollywood. Like he just so artistic in so many different ways, and it's so fucking scatterbrained. He be all over the place. Like, you know, they say that your gift to be your curse, but that's really how it is with artistic people. Artistic people don't have the ability to focus. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit just come out all over the place. Y'all probably deal with it as being a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's funny you would mention that because my next question to you was, what's your gift and your curse?
What should I go ahead?
How do you deal? You spoke on as far as your gifts. What would you consider your curse or your flaw? That's something that you truly try to work on and improve on a day-to-day basis.
I got 2 different answers for that. Okay. My biggest gift and my curse is like my gift with women. to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a gift where I'm good with women. I can talk to women. I can make women feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give off the boyfriend vibe. And that's the curse, because a lot of times I don't want to be your boyfriend. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like, it's plus too, like, I feel like, and this might come off as cocky or this might come off as like conceited, but like, nigga, I'm up here when it comes to this boyfriend shit or this husband shit or whatever the fuck it is. I need you to be up here too. And like, a chick might be like right here, and I find the flaw in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my biggest gift and curse is like just my life with women, and like either fucking it up with the chick over like some dumb shit, or having my expectation too high, or having my expectation of myself too low. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest gift and curse. But as far as what I try to work on every day to try to get better at is my lack of focus. And that's what we was just talking about, as far as like, cause like it'd be so tough, man, to like be good at 5, 6, 7 things, but not great at any one of them. You know what I'm saying? If I was to focus on one, I probably could be great at one thing, but I can't focus. So like, I really do need it. Cause like, even like Jones, shouts out my man Jones from Stakes is High podcast. He hit me the other day like, nigga, did you retire? You ain't put out no episodes in like 2 months. What's up? And like, I love that shit, man. Shouts out to D Murph too, man. D Murph from Why Not Sports and Flagrant 2. D Murph will check on you, bruh.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Murph will check on you in a second. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really appreciate niggas all, and like Storm too, man. I don't want to leave Storm out. Storm always hit me up like, yo, I ain't heard no episode in a minute, everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just be like, I really need to focus and get on my shit and stop letting like little shit distract me or discourage me, you know what I'm saying? And like, I remember me and BJ had the conversation about like how tough it is to like do everything solo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got a solo podcast. I do all the editing. I do all the setting up all these lights, and well, I don't set up lights. I just turn the motherfucking shit on. Like, just play. You know what I'm saying?
Still setting up.
Right, exactly. But, you know, setting up the microphone, setting up the cameras,
right?
You know, doing all the social media pub and all that. That shit just be draining, man, doing that shit all by yourself. I remember I was like, man, I wish I had a BJ. He was like, nigga, BJ wish he had a BJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
no, I feel it.
It's really, and like, you let that shit build up a little bit and you get a little discouraged and you just be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still like 30 episodes in, you know what I'm saying, as far as Poolside Chats. And I got another like 10 episodes of the Change the Channel. But I got like maybe, I'm gonna say like 10 episodes I ain't even released yet that I didn't record it, and I just ain't released because I just don't feel like doing all the extra shit.
Right.
So that's that shit I gotta work on.
Okay. Well, we'll get you out of here on the easy one. You just mentioned a second ago about, you know, women seeing you as being a boyfriend and you being at a certain level and things like that. I'm gonna take this question from our co-host Dev, who pretty much always asks this to everybody that sits there.
Man, I ain't answering no questions from Big Dev until he tell me the Fresh Prince is one of the greatest shows of all time. Number 4. Hey, top 5, I'll take that. Go ahead, run the Big Dev question.
Okay, so the question is, we always ask about love. So
yes,
what does love mean to you?
That's not an easy one, bro. He's talking about get you out of here on the easy one. You're gonna ask about love. Oh, love is the easiest thing ever. It's like, but man, love is it encompasses so many different things, and it's crazy too because like there's a difference between love. Like I love y'all, you know what I'm saying, but I also love my girl, you know what I'm saying, or I love my grandmama. Like love is different all the way across the board. But like as far as like a romantic love, like I hate to be all cliche and like religious, but man, like, you know, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it really summed up love well. It's enduring, it's patient, you know what I'm saying? It's never failing. And people always feel like, and that's why so many marriages end, because people feel like the love is lost, but it's not that the love is lost. It's just that y'all stop trying and y'all stop putting forth the same effort that y'all used to put forth. I got a homegirl, she used to have this great analogy. She said, motherfuckers date like a new job. Like when you get to, like, you know, you putting in applications or you submitting your resume or whatever, and you get called for the interview, you excited, you know what I'm saying? And you show up to the interview 15 minutes early, you dress to impress, you got the fresh cut, You know what I'm saying? You putting your best foot forward at that interview. You get hired. You happy. You posting all on Facebook, blessed. You know what I'm saying? You showing up to work 15 minutes early. You staying 15 minutes late. And then 6 months later, you showing up. You got the 5 o'clock shadow. It's 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? You hate your boss. You getting out early. Year in, you don't know if you ain't even sick. You just don't feel like going in. It's the same thing with a relationship. Like you meet the girl at the bar, she give you her number. You you tell your nigga, you see the baddie I just got? What? You call her the next day. Good morning. You hit, you know what I'm saying? You hit the good morning, good evening, sleep well. And then 6 months in, you ain't.
You hang up. No, you hang up.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? 6 months in, now you ain't doing that same shit you used to do. You know what I'm saying? And then like a year into it, like ain't nothing changed, but you just not, you know what I'm saying? Like now you complaining about your broad and this and that. And it go both ways. It ain't just men, women too. Oh, this nigga always with his friends. Bitch, he was always with his friends when he met you. What you mean? He ain't doing nothing different. You know what I'm saying? So like love is just one of them things where people stop trying and that's the reason why shit start falling apart. And that's the reason why like expectations change, but the love don't. You know what I'm saying? Like when you first meet, like if you meet a chick, you don't expect her to cook you breakfast, but like as things go on, you expect her to cook you breakfast. So like the expectations have changed, but sometimes the level of love don't. So that's like the short answer, because I know we got to get up out of here, but we can do a whole episode on love.
It's your time. But we appreciate you. We appreciate the answer to the questions. We appreciate you sitting down with us on Dope Mind Sober Thoughts.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the invitation.
No problem, man. So once again, thank you, man. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir. Hey, follow me at Poolside Chats. Fuck this nigga Storm trying to kick me out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Nigga don't know, nigga. I get to knocking shit over in this motherfucker. I get to kicking the motherfucking shit, nigga.
Give them everything about you, how they can reach you. Yeah, even your movie.
Hey, the movie, man, that shit still, like, we ain't put it, it's done, it's finished. Me and Quick got it done. We just ain't really did nothing with it. Like, we don't know what we doing, man, but we'll talk about that on the flip side. But hey, I'm at Poolside Chats everywhere. iTunes, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can find me however you consume your podcast media. Shout out my nigga King K. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just holler at me, man. At Poolside Chats every fucking where.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.